Well, fake online reviews are designed to deceive, painting a false picture of goods or services and duping consumers into making choices that often come back to haunt them. And tonight, 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears shows us how some of the most used platforms for travel and online shopping are teaming up to fight the fakes.
The internet is littered with fake reviews. It's become such a big problem that companies who typically compete are instead coming together to try to ensure customers get a more honest picture when deciding where to spend their money.
I looked at a lot of their reviews, both online, Google, looked at a bunch on Yelp, just kind of tried to do due diligence on it.
Las Vegas homeowner Chris Hove found out the hard way.
Just a poor experience all around.
That reviews he partially relied on to pick his pool builder were fake.
To do something like that is extremely shady.
After he left his own review, he started looking more closely at others.
A lot of the photos that people were posting saying, oh, look at the amazing work that Green Care did. I got suspicious because some of the photos didn't look quite right. And just a simple reverse Google picture search revealed that some of those photos were stock photos that were pulled off the internet.
The platforms now banding together will battle fake reviews like those we exposed with Green Care Pool Builder here in Las Vegas. The newly formed Coalition for Trusted Reviews will establish best practices for hosting online reviews and work to detect and call out fakes, which former federal criminal investigator Kay Dean has been doing for years on her YouTube channel.
As someone who's not a computer engineer, using just eyeballs and spreadsheets, what I'm able to find is just shocking.
The coalition will include Amazon, review sites Glassdoor and Trustpilot, and travel companies Expedia, Booking.com, and TripAdvisor.
I think for consumers, a real boon, the appeal of the review platforms, it was a great idea, but in my opinion, these companies have really created a Frankenstein's monster.
The Associated Press reports much of the problem is fueled by brokers who solicit fake customer reviews through social media platforms, encrypted messaging apps, and other channels in exchange for money, free items, or other benefits. Brokers can solicit positive reviews to boost sales or post negative reviews for competitors. Amazon said last month that 2 review brokers in China were sentenced to 2.5 years in prison and 3 years of probation after using messaging apps to advertise and sell fake reviews to Amazon selling accounts. Last year, Amazon also sued the administrators of more than 10,000 Facebook groups that were allegedly coordinating bogus reviews in exchange for money or free products. As we reported, the Federal Trade Commission in June proposed a set of rules that, if approved, could carry fines of up to $50,000 for each time a consumer sees a fake review. But TripAdvisor said in a news release that the bad actors often operate outside jurisdictions with a legal framework to shut down fraud, making cooperation between companies even more important. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.